What's up, YouTube? So this is going to be my first story time that I did on my channel, and I'm excited to tell you. So this story time is how I got into acting. Um, a lot of people I know that a lot of people out there want to get into acting. Like, I don't know how to, start, and I don't know how to get into it. So first, before I go on to the story time, I can tell you guys what type of stuff that I do in acting. So I've been in a couple I've been in a film. I did some music videos. I did some theater work. I actually wrote some projects, and I had film. I actually do some writing of my own that I want to introduce on YouTube. And you can find some of my work, a lot of my work, on my Instagram and Facebook. I actually wrote a series called In the Dark, and it's on there. So we'll get more information, but right into the story time. So how I got into acting, it's all started off in high school of me wanting to be acting. I always watch, iCarly, and I saw like, oh, they had so much fun. They're having so much fun filming, and you get to travel and do all this stuff related to acting. And I just remember finding that passion right then and there, and that sort of that passion for acting going in like high school. I always told everyone, my family, friends, that I want to be actor. I'm going to be an actor when I grow up. It was already pictured in my mind, and one of my family's members told me, like, if you're going to be an actor, you're going to do some things that you're not going to want to do, because it's this industry of, they're going to force you to do things that you don't want to do. And I let that steer me away from my dream of wanting to be an actor. So then I switched it to like wanting to be like a doctor, different types of doctor, a neurosurgeon, a heart surgeon, bone doctor. And then I switched it to want to be a lawyer. And I remember, like, I don't like school. Like, I don't want to be in school that long. Like, doctors stay in school another 8 years, resident, I don't know. And lawyers gotta take this CAT test. I don't know if it's CAT test, law test, whatever what it is, whatever. That's not me. Because look, my shit, I'm done. I don't know if I can pass that test. I got a low score on SAT. I think I got a 10. ACT, I got a 10. I don't know, something low. And then the SAT low score too. So I'm not with the school stuff. But in high school, I got to do, because my high school, Harper Woods High School, you may know it if you're from Detroit, 313, Harper Woods. I went to Harper Woods High School, and they only offer drama once a semester. I think it was in the fall. I don't know I don't know. It's like once a semester. I just know there's one semester. So I had took that drama class eventually, but before I took that drama class, in the beginning of that semester, not the drama semester when it was introduced, but the beginning of that semester, I had told my teacher, one of my favorite teachers at the school, that I wanted to do some acting, but they don't have any resources for me. So what my teacher, Miss Rucker, she's an amazing person. I miss her so much. She helped me to start a drama club at the school. And I did that, and I got recruited. She helped me recruit people. We advertised around the school. There was like about 5 people in it, and we were doing some games and stuff like that. And she helped me write a proposal for the principal to start it, and we got the approval. We did that thing, but it was mainly games and recited. I didn't know too much about acting. And the next semester, the drama club, I was super excited. At first, I wasn't able to get inside the drama club for some reason. I guess they were full. I believe they were full. Yes, they were full. And this is going to be crazy, because I remember, because the drama club was full and I couldn't get on it, and it was like, oh my God, like, this is what I wanted to do. Like, and then I went to the whole look, me, I went to the counselor. This is crazy, because I went to the counselor and told them, like, I was supposed to get this class, like this is the class that I wanted, and I don't have it because it's full. And the counselor is like, sorry, you can't get it because it's full. I'm like, what? I'm going to school for want to be an actor, and I think that schools support that, and they did not give me my class. And I was like upset and I was crying, and I told my teacher, Miss Rucker, like they said the class is full and they can't help me, and I need to go do some other type of class because it's full. And there was and I told the counselor there was other students, one of my friends that wanted to get out of the class, that they had switched with me, and the counselor didn't even allow me to switch. And like there's people in the class that don't even want to be a part of it. So me being a person that I am, I don't like to go to the boss of the counselor. I like to go to the boss of the principal, because I feel like the principal is gonna be on the counselor side, because low key they friends, and I don't do all that friendly stuff. Like I don't like to do that. Like if you friends with the counselor, you most likely they gonna probably like, don't give him the class because blah, blah, blah. No, I went to the superintendent of the school. I was like, yes, this is what I want to go to school for, and they won't let me go to the class because they say it's full, and all this other stuff, and then they eventually, like the dean of the superintendent is like, yeah, you can take that class, because I sent him an email, and then I said, I think we had set up a meeting, and we took that we I said I meeting with him, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna get you that class. And I was like, and then like when I got that class, they was like, the principal had wanted to meet with me because I went to her boss instead of going to her, because of what the counselor said to me. She's like, why you ain't come to me? You come to me. You don't have to go. Like, why you can't sassy with me? I ain't say it, but I was thinking it. She's like, why you ain't why you ain't come to me? Because I felt like y'all was like so cool with each other or something like that. I don't remember the conversation, but I know I said something along the lines, like I didn't know. I just want the class. Like I like to go to the boss, because, and then like I eventually got the class, and like they gave, like we was doing some fun games before that. I was super excited. I was like the most excited person to do the class, and I was so excited. There was other great actors in the room too. A lot of them, most of the whole class, a lot of the people in the class did not want to do the acting class, the drama class. It was mainly me. So I was super excited. I'm always coming on time and everything. And eventually we got the script, and I remembered a lot of the script within that week. I think it was a couple of days, and they was like, my teacher was so shocked, Miss Long. She was like, you dude, like you remember the script in such a short period of time. And because I remember like being so excited to want to be an actor, and like that re made me memorize, or made me get that feeling again, like I want to be an actor again. So we she gave me the role. There was no audition. She just like, we just read for different characters and stuff like that. She's like, I'm just gonna give you the main character, Sherlock Holmes. The play was called Sherlock Holmes, and I have a video of it. It's on my Facebook. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna post it on here. Or I'll probably put a separate video of it on Facebook. It's like, oh, not it's on Facebook, but I won't put it in this video because it's live, and I'll just put a separate video. Y'all can see that. Um, y'all can see that. She gave me the main character because I was the only one in the class that wanted to be an actor, and I felt like not like I was suited for the role, but because mainly people in the class didn't want to do the acting, she just gave me the role. And during like the production, like we was like when it was happening live, people was coming. Um, After the show, people was like, you did great being a Sherlock Holmes, because Sherlock Holmes would be like a white character, and I'm a black person playing Sherlock Holmes. Um, and that gave me that feeling again. Like people wanted to take pictures and stuff with me, and I was super excited because I felt like I was like, oh, they like my work. I'm like somebody. I'm like, like it's amazing. Um, and I talked to my teacher, Miss Long, like you. I think she went to Western and she did some type of acting work. I believe she was at Western Michigan University. She told me, and I was like, I want to look into their program because that's what they did. So I eventually got I didn't get accepted into Western immediately. Because y'all know I'm dumb with the SAT score. I got a low SAT score, and these people did not accept me right off the bat. Mind you, my GPA throughout high school was always like a 4.0 or 4.1, 4.2. It was in that 4 point range. My cumulative, that was a 4.1. So I was super excited. I was super excited, but I was almost gonna be summa cum laude. My other friend Deshaun, he actually got the summa cum laude. I really wanted it, but like I guess he's smarter than me or whatever. They made it easy. They made it easy for us to pass, like get a high score on a GPA. They made it easy because we could retake tests, and a lot of my teachers like they was like chill, lay back. It's Detroit, so you know what it is. We know what it is. And I feel like I was smart too, but I was a little on the dumb side. A lot of people thought I was smart, but I thought I was like it was a lot of stuff I don't know. But I was like always acting like so I did not get accepted at Western my first time. So I had called them back because I got the letter like I didn't get accepted. Like why I didn't get accepted? Like y'all need to reevaluate because y'all should not just look at the SAT score, ACT score, um, just to determine whether somebody get accepted in the school or not. Because my GPA always been a 4.1, like in the 4 point range every year. And then they accepted me on the phone. So we're just gonna accept you. I was like, okay, Jesus, Jesus. Like Jesus, like God works in mysterious ways. I think they accepted me right on the phone. And coming here, I was a little worried on if I wanted to study acting because I wanted to have like a backup plan, like if I don't make it, like make it. But that eventually, like I wasn't concerned. But my major was here at Western Film Video Media Studies, um, and I felt like communication could help me with acting because it's communication and you're talking to people. But I had I didn't get accepted in the theater part because there was an audition process and I couldn't audition because I was far away and I feel like no one's going to take me all the way up to the school. Western Michigan was like 2 hours away from Detroit, so I can just audition. So I had that my major had to be communication just to get on campus to audition the following semester where they do like the auditions and stuff like in February. Um, and I got here and I met with Mark and told him like this is I want to be in a theater department. I actually cry. I like talking to these people like I really want to be an actor. Like I really want to come and get accepted in the theater department. So went to the theater department and I got to know people in the department. And these people going into the environment where actors and stuff are and getting to know those people like in getting your face seen is one of the greatest routes of getting to like programs related to acting because they see you and stuff like that. So I met with Joan before because I interviewed her for one of my classes, and I met with Mark. I talked to him on a bunch of occasions. I met with him and sat in his classes, so like in actors, and Mark introduced me to some of those actors as well, and I got to work with and one of the actors in the department who was like well known in the department and like they all loved this person and everything, and he was a black man and he helped me like get used to get like help with my monologue and gave me some monologue and some advice and stuff like that. And I auditioned for the department around sometime in like February, and I auditioned for the department and I got in. Mind you, this is not the first year. This is like I already took like a year with my major being film, video, and media studies. So I auditioned in like that next semester, and I got accepted on my birthday because they interviewed me after my monologue, because they either tell you like we're gonna make you do another monologue or we're gonna interview you. So I was happy when they interviewed me. I felt good walking out of the audition the first time. I'm like, I got this. I got this. And I met with like some other teachers. I met with so many people in the department because I was so captivated and like really wanted to be inside the department. I met with my teacher, Miss D, and she helped me with like auditioning. And the staff, I knew a lot of the staff. People were going to be in the interview, the audition room. I knew those people. So before going in there, I got accepted in the department on my birthday. I was super excited about it. So I got to do like Dancing Granny, like in the theater department. I got to do Gem of the Ocean, and that's how I did the theater parts. With like the filming and being out there in the filming, I had did a play or something with one of the directors. One of the directors I met on my theater show, the Dancing Grammy. She had called me and wanted like, hey, could you read for this project that I'm doing or something like that? And I read for that, and it was like in this film like media place in Kalamazoo, and I had met this filmmaker, MJ, and he gave me his card and everything, and I got to introduce myself to him. Like, I'm an actor. It wasn't like, yo, I'm a filmmaker. Yeah, man, I'm a filmmaker. Yeah, yeah, hit me up sometime, man. Yeah, um, yeah, and I remember him. And eventually, I had met my friend Chan Pratt at another like reading or something. I had met him. I did some work with him before, but we haven't really like talked like that. But I seen him before. It was the same director I did my theater show, The Dancing Granny, and I met him, and I was like, we had started talking because we did some reading and stuff together, and we started talking like, yeah, man, I really loved your work in Gem of the Ocean. Like, I seen your show and everything, and I think yeah, and like he's like, yeah, we should, do some work together or something like that. We got exchanged numbers, and he had told me he's working on this film project, because mind you, my friend Chan Pratt, he's traveled around the world doing Sesame Street and everything. I believe I don't know, I think Oscar, he was the puppet person for Oscar. I don't know. I don't remember the character or the Cookie Monster. I don't know. One of those characters he did the voice puppet thing with, and I met him, and one of the actors, they were in the middle of like filming around this time. They were filming their movie Imagine Out Loud, or trying to get it started, and one of the actors weren't going, like they weren't doing their job or wasn't appropriate or whatever. And they had called me and wanted me to be a part of the project because like, oh, this actor, we had to let him go because of misconduct or whatever. And they wanted me to be just, I didn't even get to audition. I just been in the role like, hey man, like I would love for you to be a project. Like, and I was in Detroit at this time. So I went right back to Kalamazoo and filmed the next day, like start filming. Like, and I had to talk to like, okay, what type of person are you? Because this movie is like around my friend Chan Pratt. Like, this is like his life story, mostly his life story. So I was interviewing him like, hey, with like, and I did that role. So that eventually got some media, and we did some. It was great. And I had ran across MJ again because me and Chan like was doing some work with MJ. MJ had reached out and he's like, hey, you should be a part of this thing with MJ in it. And we got introduced. I got introduced to MJ again with Chan. So this is my second time meeting him, and we did a film project, Keep on Hustling, I believe, film project. I had to play like a mafia member guy. I'm like, I'm gonna paint this whole town red. I don't know. I was a savage in that. Like, it's on my Instagram. You got to see it. You got to go on my Instagram, Deshaun, 3 E's, 3 A's. I'll leave the link in the description. I got introduced to the film uh, with MJ. And MJ, he is so helpful. He always, like, you know, he provide me opportunities, film opportunities. Like, he's always doing a project. Like, I got some work with lined up again with him, doing another music video. I did so many music videos with him, acting in a lot of his music videos. I was about to be in some of his movies, but COVID-19 hit. I had so much work lined up. Like, I had two short film projects ready, with somebody other than MJ. These filmmaker groups. I had two short projects with them. And how did I get that? They were posting things around the theater department because they were looking for actors, and I had auditioned for some of their roles, and they liked me, and yeah, and I still got their stuff in their information to be a part of those projects and stuff. But COVID-19 hit, couldn't do it. And MJ, we had some actors from Hollywood. Somebody that was in the movie Friday was going to be in. I think his name was AJ. He was going to be in this movie that I was doing. This movie that I was going to do with MJ. And months later, after that, going back to school like this year, and MJ had messaged me and told me like, oh, there's an audition for this movie Leo that's in Grand Rapids. And I was like, thank you, yo. Like, and I went to go audition for that movie. And in the audition, like, I was stretching. I was warming my body up because I was serious. That lady walked back like, you really getting it going. And then the director of the this audition, like the film project, he walked in like, yeah, it's gonna need that. I was looking a hot mess that day. I had to dress the part. Like, I didn't even know what role I was going to read for. I thought they was going to sign roles. They had came like, what role are you auditioning for? I'm like, I don't know. And then they gave me the one of the main character roles to read for, and then they gave me like this other character, Ty, which is like, funky, goofy character. And I auditioned for both of those. And like, they like my audition. You can find those actually on YouTube. You can find those on YouTube too, those audition tapes. I think you have to find like the Leo movie auditions or whatever. And you'll find like that on YouTube. And I made that director take off his sunglasses inside the audition. He was like, yeah, you got to look at this. You got to look at this. I'm going to give you some, because I love acting so much. And I'm not saying like I'm a beast daddy, but I'm certainly, in this movie, it's going to be some actors like Omar Gooding and Mark John Jeffries in the movie, like these well-known actors. If you don't know who Omar Gooding is, he was in Baby Boy. He is Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother. So Cuba Gooding Jr. is like a well-known celebrity actor, and that's his brother. So they're his, both Mark John Jeffries and Omar Gooding. They're like celebrity, connections, whatever. And we did like our Zoom table read like a couple days ago, like last week, and I was like stunned, like, to be a part of that. So that's basically how I got into acting, and got like opportunities from acting. How you get into it is you basically have to love it. You have to love it, because when you love it, you find you go and do those things. You go find those things. But I got it through networking. If you want to get into acting, you have to network. You have to know people in it, because those people got the connections. Those people are going to help you get into it. Yes, I write my own projects, and I wrote a movie called Secret Addiction. You can find it on YouTube on my channel. I wrote that film. I love acting to the point like I don't need to wait for an opportunity to come to me. I did voiceover work. I did monologues. I did films. I wrote all that for my YouTube. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for jobs and opportunities, I create my own so that I could constantly have work and show forth my talent and work. But acting, if you want to get into it, people, you need to find people who's already in it, become their friend. If it's programs, make your face seen, go to the program, volunteer, do some work, get your face seen, look at the staff, who's going to be in the audition room, talk to people. You have to network. Networking is the quickest way for you to get inside programs, jobs, everything. I'm good at talking to people. If you be mean to people, you need to fix that. Your image is everything. People are going to talk about you. Okay, is this person nice? And me, like always in interviews and jobs, I got like mostly every job that I applied for because I'm a good communicator. I studied communication as well. I know how to talk to people, and it's how you talk to people. Like when I was motivating them, I always motivate people when I'm getting interviews. I motivate them, and they're like, I appeal to emotion when I get to, I use my word. I use my words. I use my words, and I able to captivate people and make them like me. Um, but acting, you have to network. If you're waiting for opportunity, if you're standing in your room just waiting for opportunity and you don't create it for yourself, you won't get nowhere. You have to create those opportunities for yourself. Look up on YouTube acting training. There's many videos on YouTube how to become an act, how to act if you don't have the money to go to school for it, how to act. Practice makes better. Print off monologues on you on Google. Find those monologues. Look how other people has done those monologues. God, reach out to me. I'll give you some training that I learned from Western Michigan to teach you. You might have to pay me because I'm 20, I'm 21 going on 22, but it's gonna be at a low price, like maybe $20 or less than that. But I just want to, or it may be free because I love it so much. Like, I don't know, but I can give you those trainings. I have a lot of training. You can find so much work of mine that on YouTube. You can look up on my name, Deshaun King, on Google. You can see like my IMBD, like couple projects. That's not all the stuff that I've done. You can look me up, Deshaun King, on my on Google. You'll find some work of mine. Look me up on Facebook. I'll leave my social media below. You can see that. But I just want to reiterate: if you want to get into acting, you need to network. Friend people who are already doing it or have connections. How do you find those things out? You have to do the research. If you're around college campus, go to the programs, introduce yourself to those actors. What community things? Look up on Google what's going on in the community. Backstage. Look backstage website, volunteering departments. Look up community theaters in your area. You have to find out who's doing that work in your community and network. Introduce yourself to those people, and opportunities will come if you really love it and you're doing the work to do it. And that's my story time on how I got into acting, and how I got to do like some of the film projects and stuff that I did. Yeah, I'm working on a new film right now called Leo. You can visit that website at theleomovie.com, and you will see people like the movie that's coming out and some actors that's going to be in it. You may know some of those actors. It's being shot in Grand Rapids, and I'm super excited. I can't give too much information about it because we're in filming now. And yeah, I stay tuned into the next story time. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. See ya.